Hello everybody and welcome back to my dumb little channel and welcome to Project 401, where we are standing at the second class entrance to the RMS Titanic right now. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Project 401, I have no idea what the difference between this is and Titanic Honor and Glory. I know it's the same team. Titanic Honor and Glory was a video game project that started, gosh, I want to say over a decade ago now. And I know the developers have said that this is a different thing. I still, you go through their website, I don't understand what it is. So as far as I know, this is a demo demonstrating the Titanic that will be released separately from Titanic Honor and Glory. It's confusing, I know. But it's really a fantastic piece of work that they've done here. Let's have a little seat and get a little look around. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We got the, I believe that is the reading and writing room for second class over there. And here we go. Here's a little thing. Here's a little thing that says a little bit about the project. It doesn't make it any more clear than I have, but yeah, it will be available on Steam. I'll give you guys a good little look at it here. So, several members of the team for Titanic Honor and Glory, or at least two of them, I had known, at least via the internet, many, many years ago, because there used to be a website called TRMA that was a Titanic, it was a research website for people who were building models of their own Titanic and wanted to, to do it accurately, and there was a lot of really cool and talented and very interesting people over there. That website has since gone down, I don't know, almost 10 years ago now. And yeah, so I've been following this project for a very, very long time. That looks like the elevator controls. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I knew second class had an elevator. That's really interesting. Here's a nice little map. The game itself, you can't like tab up a map with like a hotkey or anything, so they've got these placed throughout the ship, and yeah, I'm just going to be using this to catch my bearings real quick to familiarize myself with what has been completed and what has not. What's in red is you can walk on it, you can look at it, it's fully accessible. What is pink you can see from other parts of the ship, and what is white is no, or not, rather, you can't access it or see it yet. They do intend to have 100% of the ship completed at some point, which, you can kind of see why it's taking a small team a very long time to do this. And I also, if I remember correctly, a lot of this project was done on Unreal Engine 4, and they did have to spend a lot of time recently going in and putting it into Unreal Engine 5. Got the little, this is the second class library. By the way, I should have said, the entire point of this video is I was going to show you guys around the second, third class, and maybe a couple of crew spaces. And because first class really should be its own video, because they have so much more of that completed, including a couple of staterooms. So I'll be looking at that next. This absolutely is hilarious to me. That right there is the aft mast. And it is, I mean, right smack at this little rear entrance of the library, and then they got the piano right there, so it's a real claustrophobic look going on. There we go, that's the aft well deck. Oh, there's not another window there. We can go back there, but right now we're going to be looking more at the second class stuff. And I believe the well deck is third class, or maybe that is second class, with the poop deck being third class. I can't quite remember. I used to know this ship inside and out, I swear I did. I was a model maker professionally for a number of years, and this was a very popular subject, and it's one I myself been interested in since I was a kid. So a really cool part about that job was, I was able to really sink my teeth into all the research. There's two really great books, Titanic, The Ship Magnificent, Volumes 1 and 2, that if you have a couple extra bucks to spend and you're a Titanic fan, I highly recommend purchasing those two books. It will give you a fascinating amount of information and detail on pretty much every inch of the ship. But yeah, those things are basically the Bibles of the naval engineering world. They're fantastic. So as you can see, it's not as large. Well, I haven't shown you the first class dining room yet, so you don't know. But it's not as large as the first class dining room. I believe we'll see here in a moment. I believe it's slightly larger than the third class accommodation, which is odd. When I show you guys that, and considering how many third class passengers were, you'll be like, why the hell is the dining room so small? And obviously, they would feed them in shifts, not too dissimilar from high school cafeterias and whatnot. And as you saw in that plaque back here, this would have been a space that they used for Sunday service for the second class passengers. I guess the piano would probably come in handy there. I don't think. No, this still doesn't lead anywhere. Also seems to be missing its hydraulic. This one's got it. Also can't open. See the top there? All right. Let's see what else we can find. All right, here we go. Now we can take a look at the at least the second class hallways. They don't have any of the second class staterooms that I can tell that you can see just yet. Huh? Is that a? That's interesting. I'll have to look at my schematics for that. I wonder what that is. But yeah, here's the. This is what the hallways would have looked like for second class. They, I mean, got some nice little tiling, which I believe is more than third class gets, and a little bit of wall paneling. But you still got some, exposed. Exposed steel walls and stuff like that. Ooh, can we look down there? I wish you could lean over. That would be cool. Kind of see down there a little bit. All right, we're one deck below now in third class. You can see it's a little more Spartan, a little more bare. I wonder what that is. But this would have been a third class entrance right here. This is where people would have boarded the ship. You can tell it's not as nice as the second class we saw earlier. Oh, wow. Okay, is this the, is this for the turbine? This isn't the engine tops. Those are it's much larger, and it doesn't look like this. There's a little bucket in our way. Oh, this is really cool, though. Okay, I do know that the engine room should be more accessible, and the a couple of the boiler rooms too. They've got little like mops and hammers and buckets and stuff like that to act as like a temporary barrier. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. This is the main engine room here. Man, these triple expansion engines were huge. Look at these things. We are standing on the top of them right now. They're like the size of a 4-story building. My God. I want to. This is what I want to see. I want to look up here. Whoa! Look at that. All the way to the top. That is a lot of light coming through. God, that's cool. That's the up there. That is the light well. Between the second and third. I'm sorry, between the third and fourth funnel. That lets light directly down into the engine room, which is super freaking cool. Can we get down here? Yeah! Look at it! Oh, I'm nerding out so hard right now. This is insane. Oh, God, it looks good. It didn't look this good the last time. By the way, I'm getting a fresh look at all of this. There was a previous version where you could go and like had a demo, but I don't think it was called Project401. I think it was just like the Titanic Honor and Glory demo, and it had just a handful of interior spaces. This looks absolutely fantastic. I could spend all day in here. Look at this. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Anyway, let's go look at some other stuff. This is, oh God, this is great. Oh, I should have mentioned this before. No, there's nothing wrong with your audio. There is no sound in this game. The only thing that you can hear is, I think, a couple of clocks tick, especially the Honor and Glory one on the forward grand staircase. But other than that, they haven't really done much for sounds just yet. because I mean, it would be absolutely deafening in here if they had. Look at this. This is engineering nerd heaven. Oh, you can't get any closer. Give it a little zoom in. They haven't labeled any of these yet. That would have been a little flip up, like writing desk right there for the engineers. That's so cool. What do we got here? All right, yeah, you got your controls or your readings. There's a name for these, and there's gonna be somebody who's watching this who's like, dude, what the? I can't. I have a book. I have a book that's got the name of all this stuff in it, and I've read it like a dozen times, and I don't know. I have one of those brains where it's like you learn something new and it just pushes something old out. I don't know. Maybe that's just everybody. Anyway, yeah, this is absolutely amazing, and there are boiler rooms that I'm definitely going to be showing you guys before the end of the video. All right, check it out, guys. Here we are, Scotland Road. Heading over to the third class accommodations now, and I guess this is where they would have roped it up to have one side for going up and one side for going down. Although there are, yeah, I'll show you, there's another staircase, so I don't know why they wouldn't just designate one staircase is up and one is down, because again, they had to eat in shifts of 2, I believe, because there's what, I want to say 400 seating capacity inside these dining rooms. And now you've got the boiler uptakes and things, or maybe no, even the boiler room, because we're on F deck, because we had to come down a flight of stairs from E deck, which is where Scotland Road is. So yeah, these are actually the boiler rooms that are blocking off, or the tops of them, you know. And one side of this was for single men, and the other half was for like families, women with families and stuff like that. And I honestly, I'm a little turned around here, so I can't tell which is which. Now, this is a nice place to sit, right? This is a nice little, you got plenty of light, it's beautiful. Now, I want to exchange that for one of these that's way in the back. Also, quickly, I don't know what these wood slats are for, so if somebody watches this, and who knows, like, comment down below, what the hell are those things for? Okay, let's juxtapose that other seating place to this one. God, it's depressing over here. You got no light. Now, there is a light bulb directly above this, you know, during the evening hours. Or in general, you know, even now I think that this light would probably be on, like the other ones over there are. So, yeah, I don't know if that's just the devs haven't gotten around to that or what, but man, without that light on, that is a dark and dreary little corner over there. Another thing I like is the artwork that the White Star Line really did put onto the walls in third class. And they were pretty much, at this time, they were all for, you know, pretty much every line that was owned by IMM. So, Anchor Line, obviously White Star Line, and I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. We saw Holland America Line back there, which was Holland America Line owned by the International Mercantile Marine? I'm not sure, but Red Star Line was, and so you've got all the different, you know, it's pretty much advertising all the different third class options you could take as a passenger back at the time. And, you know, of course, making sure that when you did book, it was with IMM. All right, we're back up on E deck. There's the other side of the stairs there, you can see. All right, we're gonna continue along Scotland Road. Now I want to look at some crew accommodation. Here's one of the lavatories that's not complete yet. Here we go. So this is the living quarters for the stewards. Look at this. I mean, there is no wasted space on these ships, man. I mean, every little thing has a space. Look at that. That's efficient. You know, that's really, really efficient. And these look all clean, and I'm sure it did when it was brand new too, but man, could you imagine what those spaces would have looked like after 20, 25 years at sea? This is the steward's lavatory. This one you can actually go in through, and what cracks me up is look how many toilets there are, and look how many freaking sinks there are. And then you've got these little wash basins, which don't have drains. Now, I'm not sure what those are for, but you know, get your standard little toilet, and little hooks or something on the back. It's all detailed out. It's so cool. But look at this one back here. Look at it. You have your own little light. How cool is that? There you go. Ah, living the high life, man. Even as a steward, you get a little light in your bathroom. How about that? All right, let's go back out to, we'll continue making our way forward here along Scotland Road. Let's see if we can't, yeah, we're all the way forward because this is the, we're now standing directly below the forward well deck, and those being the cargo hatches. One of these, because that's going to be the most forward hatch, and there's another third class base up here. I think it's up these stairs. That's just kind of like a little public room. It's I don't know what they call this thing. But yeah, this is an actual public space. This is under the well deck, and this is where third class passengers can kind of hang out. That's so cool that they left it open to you, so you can see like right up in there. Now, so far you can't access the forward well deck, and unfortunately, I don't think you can access the forecastle either, which is a little bit disappointing. So you can't get all the way up on the bow. You got a cool little map here. There's one very similar to it in the gym, and I feel like maybe somewhere else too. Oh man, that's cool. Let's see what it's like to have a little seat and just hang out in here. Ah, look at that. That's not so bad. I don't know. It's like a gym without the gym floor. Yeah, you can't go through these hatches. That would have taken you directly to the well deck there. Yeah, same again. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Boy, every time I look at these maps, it makes me kind of depressed for the third class passengers, man, because, like, could you imagine how freaking confusing of a maze this ship would have been? Now, people did have the benefit when the Titanic sank of having a few days to have explored the ship a little bit, but you had so many passengers who didn't speak any English at all, who pretty much kept to themselves and stayed within their cabins. So, you know, at the night of the disaster, they had no clue how the hell to get up to the top decks. I mean, they would have been screwed. A lot of them, unfortunately, were kind of abandoned, and, you know, people just, they got so caught up in everything that was going on that they didn't bother to go down looking for them. And it's depressing. It's depressing. But, that's more or less the reason so many third-class passengers died, by the way. A lot of the movies have, you know, perpetuated the myth that people were locked down below. As far as I know, there's very little to go by from anybody's accounts that people were actually physically locked below. I think the major reason so many third-class passengers died was just they didn't know where to go. They had no idea where to go. The stewards and everybody else was busy with a million other things, or were just straight up neglecting some of those third-class passengers, and they, you know, a lot of them just never even made it up, or just never even went up. They just stayed and died. It's absolutely depressing. Anyway, that's not where I was taking this video. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, let's go see if we can look at something else and think of something a little more pleasant. Alright, I've just entered a little crew companionway that was off from the third-class public room we were just in a moment ago. Ooh, zoom in, zoom out. Easy there, buddy. That's a rough part. Okay, look at this. We got a little galley in here. Ah, that's fantastic. Got a little fire burning in the oven and everything. Got a little loaf of bread. That's great, man. That's really great. Can I climb up this? Sometimes you can use them, sometimes you can't! Nope, just fell all the way down the freaking storage. Like a little cargo hold down here. What the hell? This way up to G deck. What do you take it? Because I know if you take these all the way down, they'll lead you down to the boilers. Or I think alongside the funnel uptakes. little crew space in here. What are we doing? Oh my god. Dude! Oh, that is so claustrophobic. Could you imagine having these two bunks right here? Oh my god, you better hope you're not a big fella. Oh man. God, that's claustrophobic. I do not like that at all. That's... Oh, look at the little tight... Look, they got a little side things to keep stuff from sloshing about. This is better. This isn't so bad, right? You can see the little... You can see the light coming through the sideboards there. Yeah, this one's not too bad either because it doesn't have the bunks all along. See, that's not so bad. Oh my god, that other one was terrifying. Yeah, we are way, way up at the bow now. This way up. Okay, so we were on G. Let's go up to F. And, this way up to E. Is this more crew space up here? My god, these corridors are so narrow. Holy crap, look at this. Look at the beds. They're on the, they're going with the shear of the ship. Because the floors are too, I guess. That is so cool. Alright guys, well unfortunately I'm going to have to cut this one a little bit short because I had originally recorded this using OBS Studio and I was not happy with the original recording's quality. It was awful. It looked, especially when I moved around, it looked like 480p. So I had to go back and re-record all of the footage. This right here that you're watching is a hilarious part where I just fell down into this little anchor chain storage and couldn't get out. But anyway, yeah, I've got a lot more planned. We are going to look at the first class accommodations. I promised you the boiler rooms. We will be going down and checking out the boiler rooms, crow's nest, the poop deck, the well deck. We're going to be looking at everything we can that is available so far in this demo of Project 401. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate it. Until next time, bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.